Now, we're going to go from the Burns brothers making the postal buggies into talking about the post offices that were here in Havre de Grace and when they were. And this particular cap was a postman's hat that was actually sold at Joseph's department store. This one is pretty big, and I got a pretty big head. It's a little bit too big for me, too. But one of the old post offices I actually own, the building. This picture is right across the street here on Union Avenue at the corner of Franklin and Union. And this picture was taken in about 1918, 1919, before the addition was put on the building. So, this was the post office from 1904 to 1936. Then in 1937, just a block away, they built a newer post office. This was the post office from 1937 to approximately 2001 before they moved the post office up to Juniata. I don't have a picture of Juniata, but you will see a picture of it if you go to our blog. Another piece of postal history I have is a history of the Postal Service in the Susquehanna city of Havre de Grace. This is also will be on our blog site, and it's been on our Facebook page. So it gives the history of the post offices here in Havre de Grace. Also on our blog site are the Sanborn maps of where the post office used to be. At one time, I believe it was 1899, it was where the WAMD radio station, not WAMD, the radio station is there on the corner of Franklin and Union. And also in the Oddfellow building down on Franklin Street, in one of the little spots there. It was back then in 1885. Shows it, the post office being there. Some of the old patches that the postal people used to wear. And at one time, I believe Alan Fair was a postman. So he may have wore one of these older patches. These patches came from a gentleman that was here in town that used to work for the post office. And I don't remember who it was that gave it to me right off the top of my head. But these were some of the patches that they wore back in the days. And another segment that we'll be doing, and this is still the post office, but this is a postcard of the post office taken in 1909. Wow. And this is still the building that I own. We also, and I just recently got them, these are cancellation stamps and locks that they used to use here in the day. And I just got these from our postmaster, current postmaster, Tiffany. But these were locks and cancellation stamps that they used for Havre de Grace. And if you have any postal items or any Havre de Grace items, if you'd contact me, I'd love to get them and scan them in, take pictures and give it back to you, or donate it to our history museum. If you want more information on any of these buildings, if you go to Marita O'Connell's site, which is havredegracehistory.com.
Historic
Havre the historic Havre de Grace history. You can put the address in to each one of these places, and it'll give you a whole history of each one of those on Marita's website. Thank you very much.